Hi guys, I am Kriti and I'm back with another episode of Humans of Pesto. So today I have brought another very inspiring and very amazing story of a young developer like you. So as you know me, I help all the Pesto candidates in the interview management, in their career services and also in their placement prep part. Today we've got Vaibhav who joined our program this year, the Ninja program, and he really upskilled himself into front end development and full stack development. And recently, he's been placed with an Indian partner. And you know what? He has joined them as a founding engineer, which is an amazing, amazing part. Why? Because he is going to help them create their own application. I'm sure Vaibhav is the right person to explain further about this whole role that he has moved into and what exactly are they building on, what are the technologies that he has worked on. So he will be giving a complete insight to all this information, which can be very, very helpful to you guys. And just to introduce you, like Vaibhav has also worked with almost 50 plus technologies. He is also going to explain why he has been working on so many technologies, why he keeps on upskilling himself in different technologies. So let's go ahead, Vaibhav. Welcome to Humans of Pesto.
Hi, thanks, Kriti. So basically, that was an amazing introduction that I've given about me. So thanks for that. And basically, let's start with the question about the journey. So basically, when I've started with Pesto, I was before that I was a freelance developer. I used to work with different kinds of projects for different clients. So for example, for one project, I would be working for a mobile application development. Another, I would be working as a full stack. Most of my clients were in the gaming industry, so I had a quite experience in working with games as well. So when I came across this role, let me start about like where I started with. So after completing my Pesto, actually got an I Pesto actually joined me with the team. So the first call that I had was with my chief product manager. So he was he liked my profile and we had a talk, and then after that we had some interviews scheduled, and then I just got placed. So basically what they wanted was a person, as I was a founding engineer, the first engineer in their team. So what they wanted is someone who could actually have a overall knowledge of everything, who could get their product running, who could actually build new teams under him. So that is something that they found in me, and then they gave me an opportunity for this thing. uh, One thing is that. Second thing would I would like to say is uh, one privilege I would say that I've got because of Pesto is if you go directly for some interviews or something, you don't get to talk with the main core team. That is an totally absent. You go for screenings, and then you go with technical interviews and all those things. But just because of Pesto, I actually got to in the 4 rounds that I had the interviews with, I actually met all the co-founders as well as the founders as well. So I would say that it was a privilege that I've got just because of Pesto as well from
I'm
this.
sure that when once you're interacting with people who are actually building that product, or who are actually into who started with the whole idea, with the new idea generation part, I'm sure it is a very different experience for you when you interact with people who are actually helping, who will be a part of the development also. So,
Mhm.
Vaibhav, I would like to know is how many years of experience you've had till now from your college. You said that you worked on a lot of freelancing projects, but how did you, get into development?
Development. Okay, so basically, it's all about the education. So first, I had done my diploma in electronics, and then I went, uh, my engineering into computer science. So that is because of that I have a best of both. So I know programming as well as the electronics part that needs to be done. After that, actually, my first job was in embedded technologies. So it was an IoT based company where I used to work on, different hardware platforms and develop protocols and all those things for those platforms. Later, then I went into a mobile development. I actually worked on Android after that, and then I went into freelancing. So the thing was like when I went into freelancing, it's a very wild scenario. It's just a jungle. You don't know what to do. Like you get any kind of assignments and you have to start with that. So that was the adventure that I have took. Like you one at for one project you go into gaming, at for another project you go into building crms in MERN stack, in another there's completely new technologies. So because of like having the background of electronics as well as computer science, I was able to work on multiple platforms, and this gave me an edge in that. So because of that, I have been exploring a lot of technology. So you get new assignments, you get while networking you get to connect with new companies. They have new issues that they want to or they want new branches that to be developed. For that they will ask you to go and study and get them things done. So with this like you get you learn new technology, you work with that, then you learn that this doesn't works alone, and you have to learn another set of 3 4 technologies, and then that is how I build up a strong base in multiple technologies.
That's I mean, that's so interesting because it's just not that one technology is working on one project. This we've understood
Exactly.
very clearly. But it's a lot of it's like few of three four things will come, and then one thing will be designed through that. So I don't think so
Exactly.
everybody is like okay, it's so easy, just learn react and that's it. No, I don't think so. It's very,
No, no, no.
that is not the
It's
scenario
never
that
that case. Like
yeah.
even if you go for front end, you start with React, then you go with Redux and store management, and then you get a new set of plugins, and then you find that you want users to have notifications, so you go for Firebase. So like everything gets connected with each other, and then you start learning, and at the end like you have traveled a lot.
Right. So, Vaibhav, you just mentioned that from electronics you moved into software
Computer science.
development. So,
Yep.
just want to know कि how easy was it for you? Because I know a lot of developers want
Mhm.
to move from different domains into software development because they have a knack for it. So you have done
Mhm.
it. So, like, how did you actually plan from electronics to moving into computers?
Okay, so basically, when I was doing my electronics, you basically have a course on programming as well in any kind of education that you go for. So you'll have a basic programming course, but then you realize that like once in my journey, what I've had a reflection was like, okay, you have a hardware, but it always runs with a software or a firmware. So then the curiosity comes in, and then like, okay, if I can do the if I know the software as well, then okay man, I can build anything. I can build a next giant robot or build a next Tesla or something. So then the curiosity rises up, and then you take the path, and then you just go through that. So it is difficult at first. I won't say it is difficult, it is about the mindset. So like you find it difficult because you have no background of it, and then once you just deep dive into it and start swimming, ultimately you will reach somewhere if you just don't stop there. That's the only thing you can do.
Right, because it's important to at least give it a try. If you have some interest, I really think that one should give it a shot. You never know where it takes you. Right.
Yep, definitely. And like if you're persistent, it will definitely take you somewhere. Like if you're not persistent, you will fall short somewhere and get stuck. That's the only key. That's nothing else.
Right. So, apart from this, like, how did you come across pesto?
Okay. So actually, this like because like I've told you, like in my freelancing, I've been on an adventure. Explore new things. So suddenly, Pesto popped on my Instagram, and I think I've seen on LinkedIn also. So like once, twice you see it, and you see that you have a remote jobs, so you just become curious about it. You go through YouTube. Then I found podcast of Ayush and Ranveer, and then that got me interested into Pesto. So I just filled up the form, and everything just happened. And then nothing, no
Right,
big deal.
because it is inspiring to hear the journey that Ayush has been, setting up for young developers. So I'm sure that was a very good inspiration that you brought you to pesto.
Exactly. Like just watch his video, and then you have no second opinion or mind about Pesto. Like just go through his video, and you will be damn sure that you have to do this.
Yeah, so I totally get your energy that you came through Pesto. And so after joining Pesto, how was your experience through the program? What were your main learnings during the program?
Okay. So the main thing that lighted up was like when I was working as freelancing, I was like a sole person developer, lone wolf kind of thing. But then when you go into pack, you need to know everything, how it is done, how projects are managed, how people develop simultaneously and all those things. So that was a very big thing that Pesto has offered me. And after that, like, we already had a very good mentor. Like, I would take even hours to just brag about how good he was. So like, in that journey he has given a lot of information, and he has given a lot of directions as well, how to proceed, how to do it, how to be in the teams, how to grow teams, how to everything about being into this, uh, at this stage. So everything is envisioned, and the mentors already know what you need to do, and they will keep guiding you on every step. That was a very thing that I loved about Pesto.
You also worked on the live project. So how was the live project? I mean, the whole preparation part and then making that project go live. So do share your experience about the live project, Pesto Live project.
Okay. Okay. So the live project thing was something, what we initially thought and what we actually built is something way beyond, even what you can say, imagination that we have started with. So but it was a journey. Like, you get to know things, you always have your mentors who will keep guiding you how to plan out the project, how to use different technologies, how will be your development cycles, how will be your pipelining CI/CDs, and the deployment part. And then it was like very very thrilling, I would say. You don't get anything, the word is not actually used in kind of programming and all those things, but it was actually a thrilling kind of experience.
Because you're building a whole new project with the new technology that you've gone through, right?
Right, right. So it's totally new technology, and then you start building it, and then ultimately you build it. So it's kind of, you've reached to the Everest. That's kind of feeling you get.
And then your placements took place. So how did you
Right.
prep up for your placements?
That was the most difficult part, to be like, frankly speaking. So I like, you have a lot to learn, you have a lot to memorize, have build your capacity of little memory that you have to answer a lot of questions that can come your way. But in the journey when you're doing it, you are you are given a lot of inputs. So what is going to be, you have mock interviews that have been already done by your mentor or some other mentors. So with this, you are already prepared. You have a mindset what is going to be thrown at you, and how do you hurl it, or you don't get beaten up by that. That is something that was good.
Right. So mock interviews were like a mirror image of how your interviews will be in future. So your mock interviews actually became very important to crack, right?
Exactly, and they were very hard. So like, I would say, you just pass the mock interviews. There's a 200% chances that you're going to get placed.
Hey, they will not leave you like this. No, they want to grill you after all the training that they've given you.
Exactly, exactly. They take a lot of pleasure in that, and I would surely say, they like throw the whole experience at you with all the shots they've got in the mock itself, and like, it's kind of fighting against a tank in the mock interview, and in the real interview process, it's just someone shooting an pistol or something kind of thing. So it's that's kind of skill that you have in mock interview.
They are very interesting. Why? Because if the preparation part is so strong, then obviously there has to be a lot of confidence when you're going through the interview process. And what we have seen is, yes, it helps. It helps to crack those interviews because a lot of
Absolutely
pressure is there. You're trying to give 2 3 interviews at the same time, and you have all
right.
these startup CEOs. You can interact with CTOs and all. So yes, there's a lot of pressure, but yes, you have to train yourself to go through that pressure and all be victorious onto that.
Yep, yep, definitely. So, as I said, like, it's kind of huge that you like Pesto has done for us. So the training process is, I would say it's like a just eye opener, but the actual mock interviews that you give is, that is where you build that actual muscles to go outside and crack those interviews or like fight those battles. So that is something good. And there's a saying like prepare and something and like bleed less in battle. So I just don't read the code, but it's similar kind of thing. So
Yeah, we
the more
understand
well
your
prepared
feeling.
you are.
We get it that after so much of hard work, guys, he's pushed his limits. We've all heard about it, and finally he got a job. He got his placement. What his dream job was, what he was actually looking for. So I would just like Vaibhav to share, getting a job as a founding engineer. So a lot of developers, they are very young. So can you just
Mhm.
explain about what is a role of a founding engineer? What is the importance in a startup?
Okay, so basically a founding engineer is like a coil term which includes that you have to do everything. So basically you do the front end part, you do the back end part, you do the deployment part, you have to go through bug fixes whatever is initially there. Then you have to raise your own team and take interviews, add new people to the team, whatever you design. But the synonymously you also get a chance to actually work from this actual base of the the whole theme or the whole theme of the startup. So now you know what the startup is and what it's aiming to achieve. So you have a very clear visions. You talk with the actual visionaries like the founders and the co-founders. You get the actual idea and take it on your back and then make it work. So the if I just try to term what are the roles, it would be quite huge, and I don't think I would be able to make that much of list. But there's a like it terms the term is like everything. Do everything what is needed, and the most important thing I would talk about, the young people that are going to join here is about the mindset. So it is always going to be difficult. A startup is always difficult, but if you have a mindset, what I was initially offered in my responsibilities, uh, and what I'm doing now is like a comparison of 5 to 50, something like 10 times what I'm doing right now than what I was, uh, offered for the responsibilities. But the thing is, like, if you have the attitude and the mindset that okay, I can do it, I will do it, even if you don't know, let's try. You connect with people, they will give you inputs and start doing it. Then it becomes like a good journey for you as well as the startup who has invested in you and who is actually believing in you. So have a mindset, have a healthy mindset that it will be difficult or you may get a lot of responsibilities, but always jump to fetch them. Like that would is something I would suggest for everyone.
But how thrilling is it for you? How much are you liking your new job? As
I'm
a
just loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Like I'm kind of person like who has a background of a lot of technologies. So now here I
which
have my
technologies? We
own
want
vision.
to know ki,
Okay.
which are the major technologies that you work. 50 plus is too much. Yeah, let's just go ahead with that.
Okay. So like if we just make out the domains, then I've worked in embedded systems. I've worked in robotics. I've worked in computer vision. I've worked in text to speech synthesis, then neural networks as well, then mobile application development, then developing games, then desktop apps, and then web applications as well. So that also, like, you have Node.js, you have Java that I've worked with as a backend. I've also worked in PHP also. So this is like quite huge that you get. But the benefits that I'm getting here is like, now our every startup will have a dream of chasing a new, what you can say is a kind of domain. Like for example, gamification is one of the domains that is very trending right now. Now, and every startup will have some kind of vision where they will like to incorporate gamification in their platform. So because of like I already have worked on games, so this kind of thing that I'm readily able to incorporate in our own platform that we have, and this has helped me a lot. So I love this mostly because I can tell any of my connections or buddies or like colleagues that hey, I've been developing this, I've got this kind of algorithm that I've developed for this kind of thing, and then you get a social value
Yeah,
added
we know you
kind of
can
thing.
flaunt your skills,
Exactly,
I've already
exactly.
done that types.
uh, and you get paid for it, so that is the best
Yeah,
part.
you're getting good money. Great,
You're
yeah.
getting good money for it.
Nahi. So, guys, yeah, guys, you know that so many technologies that Vaibhav has named, he has a lot of experience into that. If you have questions, you know your go-to person now, right, Vaibhav?
Yes, yes, sure, sure. You can just connect with me, and anything you have, I'm always there. Usually I reply late. Even Kriti knows it, and but I do reply, so no
Yes,
worries about
he
it.
replies. He's very helpful, guys. Acha, you
Uh,
said something about that gamification is the new trend that's there in the market. Please
hmm.
throw some light on this, since
Okay,
these
so
young developers would love to know more about it.
basically, when your people are interacting with your platform, there's you can build them it as a habit. So give them rewards. So for example, if someone is coming to your portal and doing a daily kind of thing, or like helping a lot of other people on your platform as well, so you can reward them, and this reward can build a habit for them, which they will be doing it continuously. So the people who are less interactive on your platform, you can jump them up and make them be more interactive. Those who are already very interactive, you can filter them out and give them some gifts, or like it's a kind of rewarding kind of system where you
Acha,
make people interact
explain
more.
me. I am your user. I come to your
Mhm.
platform. What do I get of registering myself?
Okay, okay. So basically, what we are doing is we are building a coin systems, right? So whenever you are coming on our platform and doing any kind of interactions, like we are a community platform, so you are helping other people in the community and all those things. So you get coins in for that as well. So when you build up coins, then we have a system where you can make purchases, or like we'll gift you something or something like that, that can be done for that. So
That
this
sounds
actually
really good.
builds
I
your
love
habit.
gifts. I guess everybody likes gifts.
Everybody likes free gifts, so that is why we have incorporated gamification in our portal as well.
Seems really interesting because yes, it's a new thing that you are building on, and as you said, it's trendy as of now. So
It's super trendy.
great, yeah, great. So lastly, what I want to know is, you said that you're building a community, and as we all know that Pesto also has a community dedicated for young developers. So like, what would be your message to these young developers? How important is it to be a part of the community?
Okay, so but like we'll just describe it in two different ways. First is like you have people with you who are like-minded, so you get the push, and whenever like you need the enthusiasm or energy that you have dropped somewhere, then someone somewhere in the community will be jumping on something, and then you get excited. Yeah, like let's do this thing as well. So that is kind of push that you get. Other than that is the support system. So like when you are in the community, you'll always face some issues. You'll always get stuck somewhere, and then what to do next would be the question that you'll always have. So you can go back to your community, interact with people, just put your question. Someone is always excited to answer to you, and you have always there to get things resolved, and go forward with it. So like two things are like the best things that you get from a community.
I think that's an amazing experience that Vaibhav has shared with you guys, because you see that he has been a person who started from electronics. He moved into computer science. He built himself as a software developer and learned so many new technologies just to upskill himself. So that upskilling part is so important that Vaibhav has been trying to emphasize here. And also, like, it's just that you need to keep on practicing, keep on growing. And yes, Pesto is also trying to do the same. We are here to help you guys to upskill yourselves into the latest technologies that are there in the market. And yes, so thank you so much, Vaibhav. You've taken out time for us to interact with all the young developers. Any closing thoughts that you want to share with them?
Um, yeah, like finally, I would like to say just work on your mindset. Everything else will come. Just have a mindset where you we will be a factor of growth for yourself as well as any startup that you're joining or any community that you are in. Even in Pesto, if you're you just be a part, you are very silent, invisible, you're not doing anything, but have a mindset where you will have growth for you as well as any other thing, like in all the areas that you work on.
So, guys, I hope you have taken all the information. You're all excited to work on something new, and I hope that you have taken all the guidance that you need from your founding engineer, Vaibhav. And yes, he will be available to help you out with any questions that you have. You can reach out to him on LinkedIn or in the Discord community also. And yes, make sure that you like, share, subscribe this video. And if you have any questions or if you want us to bring something new to you, then please do let us know in the comment section. We'll be more than happy to bring some amazing content for you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Right.